Hey everybody, sorry about that. I had to adjust the screen. This is Lou Altman, CEO of GlobaFone Satellite Communications, and I'm coming to you with another Ask the Experts question. This question comes from Chuck, and Chuck wants to know what are the best phones to work in the mid-city, what new technologies are available. Well, first of all, I just want to take a step back. If you don't know about Ask the Experts, GlobaFone is the education leader in the SatCom space. There's a lot of myth and mystery about how satellite phones work, where do they work, what do they do, what are their capabilities. And so it's always been our mission to educate people to make sure that when you are ready to purchase a satellite phone for your company or for yourself, you have objective information as to what the right solution is going to be. I'm just going to show you, this is the website. Hopefully you can see it. It's not washed out. There it is, globafone.com. Under /education, ask our experts. That's where you'll find this, and you just fill out the form and submit it. They come to me, and I will respond to them, and if I'm not the expert, I will find one of my colleagues who is an expert. So there you go. So back to this question, using satellite phones in the city. Well, before we answer that, we have to keep something in mind. All satellite phones have an antenna, every single one of them, and the only way a satellite phone works is if the satellite can see the antenna. Even on this is just a little personal tracking device. This is an antenna for a fixed site phone. This is the antenna and the entire phone in one shot. So as long as the satellites can see these antennas, your phone is going to work. So what is the obvious problem in a city? Skyscrapers, tall buildings. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean they won't work. It just means it's more challenging. There's very little what's called sky view. The ideal place to use a satellite phone is where you have 360 degrees and almost horizon to horizon view of the sky. Anything that's blocking that can impede the ability of whatever device it is to work. Now, that said, there are exceptions. I have stood in the middle of Midtown Manhattan with a handheld satellite phone and made phone calls, and they do work. And we actually had one client who was in Manhattan where we were able to point the antenna between two buildings, just at the right place, and it worked. Then they built a new, well, actually it wasn't, they built a new building, different satellite constellation, and the antenna had to move, and that didn't work anymore, so we had to come up with a different solution. So Chuck, back to your question. What phone is the best phone? And I need to clarify something. Satellite phones, this isn't something you're going to carry around every day, unless you really work in the middle of nowhere. If you're working in a city, these devices, this is not the device that you want to have. It doesn't do what this does. This is my iPhone. It doesn't do anything similar to that. You make and receive phone calls. You might be able to plug it in and get some internet. It's going to be incredibly slow. It will be frustrating. These, if you think of cell phones 10, 12 years ago, this is the operating system that these have. They're very, very fundamental because they're not designed to do a whole lot of additional things. Now, some of the new services that are coming out with new constellations may offer some increased performance. And time will tell in years to come if there will ever be a satellite phone like this. The fundamental thing being satellite phones, generally speaking, on its own, this phone right here, right now, will probably not work indoors, which is why you need external antennas. You can see that you plug a cable into this. This actually right here is a fixed site phone, and you plug the antenna into the top, and so the cable into the top, and then you have a phone that will work indoors. But again, this is not a replacement for your iPhone 6 or 7 or your Droid or anything like that. Satellite phones are really designed for people who have no other solution for communications, out in the middle of nowhere. So in a city, not the best thing to use, not a very good choice. For business continuity, if you're in the business continuity type of business or emergency response, you're going to need to have satellite phones because when you have a problem, they really are the only thing that works. So I hope that addresses your question, Chuck. Thank you for writing, and anyone who has a question, let me put this back up again. Please go to the website and ask a question. I'll look over the top of it just like that. Ask-R-experts. This is Lou Altman with another Ask the Experts answer. Thanks for watching.